points on Thursday night.
As the weekend approaches, let's settle in and end the week right, with an outstanding Thursday night contest here with the NFL on EA Sports. Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And we're underway from Pittsburgh. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And bringing them out an electrifying runner and a former first-round pick back in 2021, Justin Fields.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterbacking. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, and a big old win last week.
Here we go.
Back to the well again. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Nnamdi Madubuike making that stop. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. New set of downs for them from the 46. Lone back gets the handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
It's caught right side by Freiermuth. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. So it'll be another 1st and 10 for him, Brock, down at the opposing 37. Here's Fields to throw. Freiermuth there to bring it in. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Steelers first down. Hand off to the back. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here we go, son.
They give it to him again. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down.
Intercepted in the end zone. Cooper DeJean in to pick it up. And the Ravens get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he has it up to the 9-yard line before going down. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Hey, middle. Report. Oh.
Lamar now from the gun. Chased out to his right. He tucks it and takes off. He's going to go out of bounds up past the 15. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. Lamar off to play fake. He's going to push one deep down the right. Wide open down the field, and he has it! It's a Baltimore touchdown! The Ravens don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. It's a Tez Walker touchdown. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense for their second drive of the game. And they got off on the wrong foot here with that opening drive interception that led to points the other way.
Yeah, and what this defense has shown is they are going to capitalize on your mistakes, and not just a little, but by a lot. So from here on out, you better play some mistake-free football because this defense is hunting for more.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feel.
Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down.
Here we go, son.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating, and whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now a give running right. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
13. 180.
Another carry for him. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
They go play fake with Jackson. Headed out right. He takes it himself. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. We've arrived at the end of one. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Receiver in motion, headed right. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Caught by Theo Johnson. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. From the red zone now. That one's complete over the middle. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Cut out left. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. That one right down the middle. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. The Ravens kicking team is ready. Now they're going to send this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And this is an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock. Getting a key division matchup so early in this season. On 1st down, they'll run. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the option, he's going to keep it going right. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, the QB keeper, it gets 0.
Fields out of the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. Ravens swoop it in, and they bring him down. And they'll try to build on that big stop.
Kate, you give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player on that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit. Because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
He has the burst over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They're set up at the 35 now.
Here we go.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Here's 2nd and 11. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Cut at the 10-yard line. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Here we go. Oh, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. All right.
Working inside the red zone. He's on the move. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Here we go. go. We're good. Go.
Off play action, it's Fields. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. And they limit the damage on the return. Still a turn.
That is such a gut punch as a quarterback. You put in so much work to get down near the goal line, and then you've got to take care of the football. You can't be reckless with the ball. Those defenders are looking to knock it free, and that's exactly what they did, keeping points off the board.
First down throw for Jackson. Buys time, rolling right. Pass is hauled in by the running back.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
Cut along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up third down. Jackson now on third. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. Jackson's going to throw again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. First and 10 now from the 30. Jackson yet again. Connects with Johnson. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Jason Pinnock there on the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Again, it's Jackson to the air. Forced out to his right. Puts his body on the line, and he got it. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. And again, it's Jackson. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. Lamar throwing again. Finds his man over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. They've got first down from the 31.
Yeah. Go ahead. Shut up.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. On the move, headed right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing again is Lamar. Getting out to his left. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Third and long for him here. That's caught for the first. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Gonna have to make those halftime adjustments on the fly today. We're skipping right through to the start of the 3rd quarter. On now is Cook to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Here comes the Baltimore offense to begin quarter number 3. They're on a 3-game winning streak, Brock, and working to stretch that out to 4.
Hey, report! Report! Listen!
Here's a give up the middle.
Even though that run did not net them a 1st down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Oh, I'm ready! Finish it up! 13.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. 1st down.
That is an old school battle you simply love to see. An offense that close to a 1st down, a defense that knows there's a run headed its way. It's a battle of wills. It's the offense that gets it done this time.
Buying some time right. On the run right, throwing deep down. He's got it inside the 25. And a huge run comes to an end as he heads out of bounds. Wow. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time he could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
They'll run here on 1st down. Launching for the pylon, and he's got it! Touchdown! The Ravens grow the lead coming out of halftime. That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens stretch their lead to 21. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap to Fields. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Don't jump. Ready? Get high.
Second down and 10. Fields. That's complete to Wilson. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Here we go, son. Alpha.
Back to throw. Here's Fields. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Fields on first down. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, it's so common that we talk about quarterbacks flushing a negative play, but defenses have to do the same thing as well. When you give up a big play, you got to regroup, you got to calm yourself, and you...
They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with...
Here we go. Say hey.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had two choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Ravens and this running back headed back out for a new series. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Report! Hey!
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Running this one left. And he's brought down for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And 4th and 4 coming up.
Go.
And you're going for this. He connects downfield on 4th. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. Now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire. Getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
No, we changed it. Hey.
Lamar now from the gun. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets them 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the first. Now give left side. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he gets it to the 1, but goes out just before the goal line. That 100-yard mark, it's as coveted by receivers as it is by running backs. And he's now reached it with that last catch. Here's a give on 1st and goal. Has the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Lining up now to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens continue piling on to this lead. The Ravens kicking team is ready. Now they're going to send this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. This, our last play of the quarter.
Here we go. Set high.
Fields out of the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Ravens get it back on the final play of the quarter. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10.
Middle.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
But partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard.
You at X. Hey, tonight. Hey, Ozzy. Tonight.
Running right is Bigsby. And he has enough room to gain about 4. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Hey, middle. Hey. Hey, shot.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about will power. He got to rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that 1st down.
Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Hey, Ozzy. Sit up.
Play action now with Jackson. He rolls to his right. On the run right, throwing deep.